right.
G'day.
G'day, everyone. Hope you're doing well. And we hope you can hear us fine and everything. We've got our team here. Welcome to Wizardry's first AMA. Hopefully the first of many. My name's Sam. And this might get confusing because what's your name?
My name is also Sam.
Yeah.
But you can call me Russ. That's my nickname and that's what everybody calls me. So that's how you differentiate between the two Sams.
Yeah. So, I love being part of Wizardry so far. And we're really excited about this project. I'm head of marketing and PR. But it's more about Russ today and about the technology behind this. So I'll pass it over to our lead tech dev, Russ, for a bit of an introduction.
All right. Well, g'day everybody. As Sam said, my name's Russ. I am the tech lead on this project. Wizardry was a concept that I came up with a little while ago when I first got into NFTs around that time. Would have been maybe 3 to 4 months ago. I was looking for a tool that, kind of bridged the gap. Like we knew that a lot of people could find metadata. They knew that they could get onto the contract and potentially look it up from the APIs, and they were getting this rarity data, but there was no consistent thing that would connect all the pieces, and you still had to do things manually. And so it really started as just a little Discord bot that I built that would you'd be able to query a token from a collection that was coming out, and it would give you some rarity calculation. But it just felt really clunky, and I thought there should be a way that we could automate this whole process. Like on OpenSea, it has the ID of the token and it has the contract address. It has everything you need to automate it, and nobody had done it at the time. And so I thought there was naturally just a spot in the market where we could build a tool that would connect that data and get the rarity and put it straight in OpenSea. I couldn't understand why nobody had done it, and I know NFT space is quite new still, so that's probably why. But in the process of developing it, obviously some other people have come out with similar concepts, and they've done a great job. Fresh Drops is one. They've got a great product, and there's some differentiating points with ours. But basically, that's where the idea came from. It's out of this desire to know how rare my stuff was, and how rare stuff was on the market before it was even revealed. And it's one of the interesting things which you'll see a bit later in this AMA, because we'll actually go through a live indexing of a token to see how it all works. It's really interesting when the art hasn't revealed on OpenSea, but we've got rankings injected under each of the pieces. Yeah. It's a crazy experience to see these still unrevealed pictures. Yeah. So anyway, that's where the idea came from.
Yeah, amazing. And later in this AMA, we will be doing a few giveaways for some questions answered and the Mutant Gorilla that we're giving away. So do hang tight for that. We've got a few questions here that Russ is going to tackle, and there's some great questions. But I just thought a little bit of a question for me is to give them an idea of how long you've been doing this, is maybe how long you've been programming or interested in tech.
Yeah. So I've been doing it my whole life, since I was a kid. I remember producing these little basic games in BASIC. Where
the language is called BASIC.
Yeah. And then I've the first proper project I worked on, it would have been year 12, where we had those graphic calculators. Yeah. And I built a game for the calculator.
Of course you did.
Yeah, because I was bored in class.
Yeah.
That was fun. So it's been a long kind of lifelong passion for me, amongst other things. That kind of led to going to a university degree where I did a year of computer science, majoring in game design. And then I finished another degree at Deakin University in animation and digital culture. So from there, I opened an agency called Dreamwalk Interactive with my brother. That's now one of the biggest app development agencies in Melbourne here. They work on it with a lot of blue chip clients. I'm now just a silent partner in that business. I'm off focusing on my own ventures now. But with that, we did some pretty good projects, a few different games and mobile experiences. That the NFT stuff kind of came after that for me. Yeah. And I kind of used all the skills that I built from all of those other projects to work on this new one.
Great. And then I just thought, what are you passionate about in NFTs, and why Wizardry? Why did this come up?
I like how it has democratized art. It's found a way to reward utility and external value. I see a lot of people saying about the NFT space that they can't understand why a JPEG can be worth so much money, and they obviously miss the point that there's so much functionality you can put behind a JPEG, and that utility is what people pay for. And I love this new model of funding projects. Basically, it's like somebody has a good idea, and if there's a community of people that like that idea and like the way it's going, they no longer have to buy shares in a company. They have a thing that they can fractionalize and purchase a part of that idea and be involved in the process. And I'm really fascinated by that. I like seeing good ideas and finding ways to support them.
Yeah, for sure. And if anyone has any questions that's listening, g'day everyone, and thanks so much for tuning in. Just chuck down any other questions that you might want Russ or myself to answer. But I did think maybe we could show them a little bit of the plugin.
Yep. So we'll answer these questions after?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right, so let's switch the camera to the laptop. Here we go. All right, so we've just got a collection here that we're going to index with Wizardry, just as an example to show you guys how it works. So I'm just on an asset page here on OpenSea. And as you can see, this collection hasn't been indexed, so we can hit the index now button, which I'll do now.
That gives any token holder the power to index their own collection, doesn't it?
Yep, correct. So it's now told me it's in the queue for indexing. So if we leave that for a little bit, okay, what's it saying? 5 minutes left to index this one. And so the idea around this product is we're trying to get you guys the data as quick as possible, so you can figure out what's rare and what's not ahead of the pack, and potentially get some rares in your collection before other people can. So this will just count down until it gets its first rarity rank. It's the plugin's designed to give you rarity like early on, even before it's pulled in the whole collection, just because that seems to be the point in time where it's most needed, the data. And so we figure like giving you an estimate early on is probably a bit more powerful than just waiting until the whole collection comes in. And we find that it gets quite accurate at around the 20 to 30%, and then like from there upwards, then it's really accurate. Yeah,
and I must admit, we did do a couple of good snipes where it was only about 30% index, but we really got an idea of what was rare and what wasn't, and loved the art. So, was willing to take that risk and buy something, and then keep a couple, and then hopefully flip a couple. Cool.
So here's the collection screen, just so we'll have a bit of a browse to show where the plugin actually works. So it works here. This is obviously ticking down, so we won't get rarity ranking until that 3 minutes is up. But it also works from the activity screen.
Oh, these might be good to snipe.
Maybe. Still indexing, but it also works from your own collection screens, which I'll pull up now. As you can see, I'm quite into Z-Run. Horses everywhere. So yeah, you get to see like all the ones in your collection that have been indexed. It gives you a value on, a rarity calculation on them.
Can you go into a collection that is indexed and just have a look?
Yeah, let's look at Gods of Rock, shall we? So yeah, I've got rank 8,070. That was one I purchased from the mint. So that's actually one thing that having this plugin is changed in my behavior in NFTs is I'm much less likely to mint tokens rather than just wait onto secondary market and get the rarity data. Because if you just mint, then you get these 8,000 rank ones like this. If we go into Gods of Rock, let's go into their activity screen, because the activity screen is where this plugin really comes to life. Because if you have it on activity screen and you see listings coming up and they're basically instantaneous, the listings, then you're getting all this rarity data right when the piece comes out. Nice meter helmet, Weirdo says. Thanks, mate. I got a couple of meter helmets. I actually used the Wizardry plugin to snipe a good meter helmet. It's in one of my other accounts. It's this silver one. It looks excellent. So anyway, this is like where I live most of my time on this screen, is seeing these rankings like this. Anyway, let's go back to that other collection. Let's see if it's indexed yet.
And if it hasn't, let's while we wait for that to index and then show people that section of it, we'll answer the questions and also give away the 3 whitelist spots. Which, now that the Discord's really growing, will become harder and harder to get. But for the 3 best questions we've got there, we'd love to give away 3.
All right, so let's switch back to the camera then. All right. So our questions, should I read them out?
Yeah.
So, Zoosex, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce that. He says, does the team have any interest in using their resources to create a gallery of some of the most rare NFTs in the space? Being able to take a virtual stroll through a digital museum displaying the rarest NFTs ever minted would be quite marvellous. Look, I agree with that sentiment. I think that's an amazing idea. I think it's quite an easy thing to achieve with a tool like this, because basically every collection that is brought into our tool is indexed, so we can just grab the top 5, top 1, top whatever, and that would be quite easy to collate into a collection. And it actually got our head team lead, Marco. It got him excited because he's imagining like in the metaverse we could buy land in Sandbox or one of those digital environments and put a gallery there. So,
so great question.
Yeah, great question.
Yeah, and it really did inspire us, and that's what we want to do with this community too. Get ideas from you, get input from you, and hopefully use it in how we build this project out. So thanks so much.
So the next one's from Bear, and Bear has asked, how long have you been working on that amazing rarity tool so far? So it's about, I would say, 3 months. Yeah, around about the 3-month mark. It's quite new. It was started as the sniping tool, as I said. That was just a thing through Discord, and it's evolved into this larger thing. And now that we've all seen like the power this tool can have in giving you this advantage, I'm obviously going to spend much more time building this set of tools out, because the Chrome plugin's only one thing. There's so much more we can do with rarity data. One thing I really want to add to it is the ability to assess the floor price straight from the tool as well.
Oh, wow. I gotcha.
Because I always just click on an item and then click on the collection, look at the floor price, come back out. It wouldn't be great if on the tool it had that. So anyway, that's an idea I have for something to build into it.
Yep.
Next question was
from Widow.
Could it be able for everyone who own the membership to get notified of rares of dropping collections? So let's say for Smiles drop, wherever an NFT under 20 rank appears, to hit a bell and appears on your browser. Just curious.
That's a good question.
It's a good question. Part of your question is already solved internally in our team. We've been working on a feature that does notify people as soon as a collection reveals. We actually all get text messages saying this collection revealed, and I'll tell you what, that's an exciting text message. Every time I get one, I'm like, even if it's in the middle of the night, I'm like, okay, I've got to get up now.
And we're waiting. I must admit, we're waiting for it right now. I'm waiting for Smiles to get that text that says Smiles has just revealed. Come on.
Yeah. So we'll be doing some stuff with Smiles. Stick around for that. But yeah, that's the other part of that, was to give us a notification when a really rare one comes up. There's a little bit more effort involved in doing that, because currently I can detect whether a collection is revealed or not just with our own server. We don't need to really interact with OpenSea to do that. In order to know when an OpenSea listing comes out for a rank, say, under 20, that means we have to constantly be hitting OpenSea's servers and asking for results. So there's some concerns around that might take a little bit longer to get that sort of feature in. But great idea, and I think that would be a powerful thing to do. So we'll definitely add that to the roadmap.
I think also at the moment the system's completely trustless, isn't it?
Yeah. Right now, end to end, we don't collect any personal information right now from anybody. On purpose, that's by design, because we like it to be a totally anonymous, trustless system. You buy the token, we don't ask for your details. You connect your token, we don't ask for any details, and you can use the tool without any details. So in order for us to capture some of that information and get it to you guys, we would have to either capture an email or a phone number or something like that, which means we need to seriously consider privacy around that information. So we want to be producing a privacy policy and some other things to make sure that everybody is clear on what we're doing with that data.
Yeah, and it's really important to us too, so we would make sure that that's a priority if when that feature gets released, that you guys feel really safe with handing over that information. so that you can receive the notifications.
Yeah, it's definitely a really important thing in the NFT space, and I think I probably should touch on it a little bit more as well.
Yep.
Is like in the initial process of trying to share this tool out and show people what it can do. We've had a little bit of pushback because there's so many scams going around and so many projects that pull rugs on people. It's naturally people are cautious in the community, and we've found it. That's one of the reasons we're doing this AMA, is to show that we actually have faces. We're humans. We do have a background in this field, just to show that we're not just scammers trying to scam you out of your money.
Yeah.
That's a really important thing for us. So we're going to be really privacy focused, and we're going to make sure that's at the forefront of everything we do,
and as transparent as possible with you all.
All right. So I might switch back to the screen, and we'll do the rest of the questions afterwards, because this collection has actually indexed now. Yep. Or at least it's got 60% indexed. So you notice we've got a little star next to the rankings. So that means that...
That's quite quick. Oh, it's a smaller collection.
Yeah, this is a smaller collection. So we can bring in smaller collections quite fast. So this has given us rankings now. And at this point, I would probably be going to the activity screen if this was me doing a live sniping opportunity. And you wait for the rankings to come in. Here they start coming. And so all I'd be doing is looking at this screen and looking for a high rank. There's an 85 for 0.02. Wow, that's actually...
Ooh.
That's pretty good. Or a 54 for 0.03.
Jeez.
37.07.
37?
Yeah, it's a bit more though. That's above floor.
Yep.
So yeah, my strategy, like you guys obviously will build your own strategies around this. Sales activity, I think this is sales activity. I can also go to listings activity. My strategy is generally trying to find a rare at floor rather than finding a super rare a bit above floor.
Yep.
It seems to be like getting like rare in the top like 20 or 30 or maybe even up to 100 is at a floor is generally the better way to go. Mm-hmm. There's an 11. Oh, that's pretty expensive though, 0.25.
Yeah, they know what they got. They know what they got.
Yeah, they do. But some people don't know what they've got, and that's what this tool is for. When you find somebody that's listed one like a couple of weeks ago and before it revealed and then hasn't got around to checking it out, they're the ones where you really get wins. So this guy knows what he's doing, 26 on that one.
Yeah, great.
And how's the collection going? How far in are we? We're 69%. So it's
and it live updates the percentage, so it live updates the rankings every couple of minutes or so?
Yeah, every 500 tokens it indexes.
Yep.
And a re-ranking process happens where it didn't. Here we go. We're going to see it live now. See these little dots? That's the re-ranking happening right now. And so let's see how far they change, because sometimes they can change a little bit, but so a few little changes there.
Yep.
That one's still ranking. There we go.
Thanks, Monas.
Yeah, it is pretty cool, isn't it, Monas? Like, it's funny because like I built this tool, and normally when you build things, you get a bit too close to them, and it's not like fun anymore. Yeah. This didn't happen with this tool. Like as soon as I saw it, I'm like, wow, this is a thing. We need to be getting this to people because it's very like helpful data to have.
Yeah.
So that's the tool.
Yeah.
We can keep watching that in a little bit. Let's switch back to the camera though, and let's perhaps get some more of these questions answered.
I think we're up to Admiral Snacks Bar.
Admiral Snacks Bar, great name.
Great name.
What did you feel was lacking in other rarity tools that made you want to develop your own, and what have you been able to accomplish in your current build? That's another great question. The main thing that I saw lacking in the other tools was the data overlaid directly in OpenSea. I'd had a bit of experience building Chrome extensions before, where one of the tools... Ralphie! We got Sam's dog down here.
My dog coming in.
He just wandered in. I have a bit of experience with Chrome extensions. I built a Facebook plugin that injected Facebook comments in a live stream, because in another life we do live streams. And so I'd had experience actually injecting data into third-party websites already. And when I went on to OpenSea first and was checking out like my first drop, and where I bought one in a mint, and then was potentially trying to either sell one or snipe one, and there was no data there, and I actually got rolled on it.
Yeah.
I ended up thinking I had a rare one because I'm trying to type the metadata in, and then the codes didn't match up as well. It was like the number on OpenSea wasn't the same number in the metadata.
Yeah.
And I ended up spending and losing like almost an ETH on this one token, which was not worth anything.
Ouch.
And I was like, why isn't this data just straight here? I know you can inject stuff on pages, so why has nobody injected it? And that's where the idea came from, and that's why that's the main thing I saw lacking in the other tools, was the ability to do that directly. And the other one was the reveals. As our system, we can track reveals when they're unrevealed, and when they do reveal, they send us a notification. And in the next version of the app, they'll be able to send users a notification saying this collection is revealed. Nobody seems to be doing that, even still to this day.
Yeah.
At least not with that system of notifications, so you know immediately.
Yeah, I think like they're trying to. It's a combination of things you'd have to have: the Ninja alerts from memory, the Ninja alerts token, as well as Wizardry or Fresh Drops or something like that. And you need that combination. Whereas, well, now Wizardry is the best of both worlds.
Yeah, that's right. So that's what I saw basically missing.
Cosmic Galactic Wizard, could we just get your mic muted, please? All right. One more of the main questions for the 3 whitelist spots.
Chagtown. How do you plan to build hype pre-mint, and more importantly, keep the hype going post-mint when the paper hands and flippers are doing their thing? Look, there's always going to be paper hands. I think the best way you can combat that kind of thing is to have intrinsic value in your token that is really obvious to the people that use it. Now, I think the minute somebody buys one of these tokens and has a win, like by purchasing a rare, and ends up paying for the price of the token in getting a rare early, right? That intrinsic value there, like you're not going to flip a token after having that happen. Yeah. I think like the proof will be in the pudding, and how advantageous having a tool like this will drive the floor price. I don't think that's really a concern.
Yeah, I agree with that. I even wanted to have a channel where if you buy a Wizardry token, as soon as you have bought a rare and flipped it for more than you paid for the rarity token, you've made your money back, or you've made profit off the token itself. Yeah. So where you've kind of you tick that box and go, good. Well, Wizardry's paid for itself. Championing
your wins.
Yeah,
that'd be a great channel. We should add that one to our Discord.
Yeah. So I think we should choose out of those questions, Russ. It's probably more on you, but I've got my favourite questions too. And before we start to wrap this up and head over to our Mutant Gorilla giveaway, is the 3 whitelist spots for those 5 questions at the top, or unless some other ones have come in.
Yeah, we've got to give away the whitelist spots, do we?
Yep. We've got 3 spots to give away. I personally love, going from the top is Xerox's question, or I don't know how to say that name. Zeus, whatever that is. So number 1, Sorry Bear, probably number 3.
Yep, weirdo.
And then it's probably number 4.
Yeah, I think so. So it would be Zeus X, Weirdo, and Admiral Snacks Bar. Yeah, I think all your questions were really poignant
and insightful. Yeah, great.
And great ones to answer. So we're going to award the 3 whitelist slots from this to you guys. Yeah,
so well done, guys. And thanks to everyone else. Sorry we can't give it to everyone. Oh, you're a breeder. Well, that was my dog. He's a corgi poo. Yeah. All right.
Well, I guess we can also open up the floor a little bit. If there's any other questions that people have right now, we do have the comments up live here. So,
any questions about the team, even, or more questions for Russ, and we'll just open the floor for a couple of minutes.
Maybe we'll switch back to camera to see. This is now 100% indexed. We have confirmed rankings. And if you guys want to look this up with another rarity tool, this will be closely related, the numbers.
Yeah.
Ralph agrees.
Yeah, definitely agrees. Thanks, Weirdo. I don't mean to call you that, but it's your name. American Bullies, beautiful.
Just seeing if there's any good deals here. When do we plan on releasing the Rarity tool? So that's a good question. Currently, it's with Google for approval. That process can take up to 7 to 10 days, but it can also be a lot shorter. We're just at the behest of Google's engineering department for when they can look over the code and make sure we're not doing anything dodgy, and then submit it.
Yep.
So we submitted yesterday morning, and as soon as that's out, once it can be publicly downloaded, we'll release the first the whitelist, first whitelist.
Yep.
To go to mint,
which is now up to 33 people with those latest 3.
Yeah.
And we'll be doing a post after this next giveaway, after the Mutant Gorilla giveaway. We're doing another whitelist competition for the next 30, I believe. But I might get our project manager to talk about that when he comes in soon.
Yep. So Monas, thanks. I think it does give legitimacy to the project as well. That's why we're here. Because we feel like the best way to remove any FUD is to just face it directly. You know, you guys can ask us anything, and we'll answer it honestly.
You can check the source code, anything you want to make sure you guys feel good about investing in this and that you see real utility in it and can give us feedback as well.
Yeah, and that's another big factor for us. Is this is such a new space that like the feature set of this thing can be built out to so many cool things, and I feel like just one mind on that isn't the best thing. You know, I can build as many things as I think will help me in my NFT purchasing and selling experience, but you guys might have totally different ideas that are equally valid and can be quite beneficial, that it might be very easy to build in. So that will be a good part of this community. We really want to build that community spirit where everybody's kind of contributing and asking for features and building this thing out into a full featured set of Rarity tools.
Yep.
Just give it a couple more minutes for people to ask some questions.
Yeah. Should have brought a water in. I will next time.
We do have the drink holders down here.
Yeah.
I can see a couple of people typing, so we'll wait for those ones. Congrats, winners. Can you play a tune?
We will definitely do that one. We want to do these AMAs maybe more regularly if you guys like this. We'd maybe put it down to a vote on what song we could play for you guys. We're also singers and musicians, so maybe we could do that one time.
All right. Well, it seems like it's quieting down a little bit. We'll still be accepting questions, so if you do have any, chuck them in the chat. But we might invite our project manager on.
Yeah. And so thanks, Russ. We'll give him your spot because he's going to run the competition on your computer.
Yep.
You probably just want to tell me that...
I'll just grab the iPad.
Yeah, great.
Thanks, everybody.
Yeah, thanks, Russ. Thanks so much. So informative, and it even helped me a little bit more. And I'm working on this full time. So now we'll welcome Marco, our project manager, and really a guy that inspired us all to get together. And he had a lot of connections. He's been into NFTs and the crypto space for a fair while. So do you want to do a bit of an introduction?
Yeah, well, hey, Sam, that was awesome. I'm so excited to see that and to hear it from Russ in this format. And, yeah, man, I'm super excited about this project.
Yeah,
super excited.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, some great questions there. And, there will be more whitelist opportunities. I think it's 150 we're giving out for this
first round.
And then once the tool gets developed, I think there's going to be 1,000 in total. So we'll do 350 in about a month, and then 500 maybe a month or two after that. So
and as more features get built out. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, there's going to be more opportunities. We wanted to do like 30 whitelists a day and have some fun things. We might do some sort of invite thing with Discord for the next one. And man, I love marbles, so I was thinking about somehow putting marbles for a whitelist giveaway. And we want to make it fun and engaging. And just keep building the community.
Yeah, great. And so when did you, maybe a tiny bit about you, when did you get into NFTs and the space, and how'd you get this team together? Because it kind of was your baby in a way.
Yeah, man, I love this team. I love working with everyone in the team. I've been into crypto since, I think, 2017.
Mm-hmm.
Just buying, I think I bought ETH when it was like $80 or something like that, and it just from
Can
there.
it
Can
go back to that now, please?
yeah, hopefully not.
Oh yeah, no, just so we can buy it. Yeah, true.
And then just met so many people along the way. My NFT, a good mate of mine who's actually on the team. He was telling me about these, art in the crypto space and this whole thing that was opening up, and he's like, man, you got to check these comics out. And I think Punk's Comics was the first NFT that I bought. I got a couple of those.
Yep.
And I was thinking at the time, why am I spending $500 US on a comic? I used to go into a comic store when I was a kid and paying like a couple of bucks for a Spider-Man comic. So I was just like, and then the more and more I looked into it, I saw the utility and the burn and the staking and having a part of the company, or whether you're having a part of the comic series or the actual company itself. And I looked more and more into it. I just got fascinated with the space, and then I've just been sort of, addicted to buying NFTs since then. And
Yeah, great. All right, well, should we get to the meat and potatoes?
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to giving away this Mutant Gorilla. I think I minted 10 of these, and I saw one with a Wizard's hat, and I thought, it's got to be the one we give away. And man, that community, the Mutant Cats, is a cool community, and the whole DAO idea and fractionalizing blue chip NFTs, so that people who potentially have missed the boat on, like, whether it's Bored Apes or Cool Cats or any of these like super expensive NFTs, can sort of get a fractionalized ownership in those. Is a really cool idea. And
it really is.
And they do the staking and everything. So I just love the community too. It's a pretty awesome community. So I thought maybe we could do that for our first giveaway. And I also thought, and I run this by everyone, that we could, if we're sniping new projects, that maybe we could do a giveaway once a week where we give away one of our snipes. And that gallery idea is really like set me off. Yeah, it's cool. Like, I'd love to have a virtual gallery where, whether it's on Sandbox or Decentraland or wherever it might be, we get some land on there and just build a gallery and just deck it out with art, and have people coming in. If you're a member, you come in for free. We could have like some sort of cafe or parties in there, and we could also just have anyone come in there. It'd be awesome. I love this virtual reality idea, and somehow like exploring that. It'd be wicked.
Man, it sounds so good. It sounds so good, and I love that. Really inspired me too. I'm like, can we start working on that? A bit of a sandbox, and a bit of an art gallery. But all right, shall we?
Yeah, let's
now.
do it. So
Thank you everyone who entered. We had 66.
I think we had 66 entries. Yeah.
Who verified and did everything right, and we wish you all the best. And we'll chuck it over to the what is it? What's
I think
this?
it's the spinning wheel. Yeah, I'm not sure. It's some sort of spinning wheel. There's other ways to do it, but I think I love marbles. So I mean, hopefully everyone loves marbles. But in the future, we might do marbles. So yeah, but for now, let's just click and spin.
And just a note: some people had multiple entrants, and we noticed that from different names. So we did just you get one spot. You little cheeky buggers. So here we go.
All right, cool. So I'm just going to click this wheel, and it's going to give us a winner. So here we go.
Here we go.
All right, bonobo.eth, NFT promoter at NFT Bonobo.
There we go.
You got the Mutant Gorilla, man. So yeah, we'll DM you on Twitter, and just get back to us within 24 hours, and then we'll get your ETH address on Discord, and we'll send it through and put up the transaction on the Discord so everyone can see it's gone through. And if just get back to us within 24 hours. If you don't get back to us within 24 hours, we just might have to re-roll it, so that you are like a real person and in the community. Mm-hmm. So, but yeah, man. Congratulations. Massive congrats. Awesome work. And thanks, Marco. That's we're starting to wrap up the end of the AMA. And I know Andrea's here. I thought she could just pop her head in and just say a quick hi, and they get to meet another team member. Yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah. Yep. So thanks, Marco, and we'll see you on the next one. Yeah, love to. Cheers. Andrea. Hello.
Hello. Just I thought while you're here, just say a quick hello and a little bit about your role and some NFTs, and then we'll close on out.
So my role has been a bit of project management at the beginning, and then now it's more like art director stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess I'm here to represent women.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Female power in the
NFT space. Yeah.
Which is not super big yet, so hopefully it'll go bigger.
Yeah.
And also people who aren't tech savvy, which I think is very important. If I can learn to use a tool, anyone can learn to use a tool.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for introducing us. And we've got some other guys on the team that are in there as well. So hi to Trav and Simon. And we'll do another AMA soon. Thank you all so much for tuning in. And congrats to all the winners. And we'll see you very soon. Unless, Russ, you wanted to say anything else?
I might just do closing words.
Yeah.
Bye, guys.
Well, thanks everybody for coming into the AMA. We'll do these more frequently if that's something that people want to see. I'd love to. I'd love to discuss ideas and ways that this project can move forward and grow and build new features into it. I'm super passionate about it. I think it's a great little thing to have, and it honestly has changed my NFT experience having this tool. Like now when I look at OpenSea on somebody else's computer that doesn't have Wizardry installed, it weirdly feels incomplete.
Yeah.
It's like you're missing this one key piece of information. And so that makes me really excited about this project. And so yeah, I hope you guys are as well. And we'll see you on the next AMA. But in the meantime, feel free to post stuff in the various channels we have here in Discord. I'll be looking at them and I'll respond. And so will the rest of the team. So yeah, want to see you guys in there.